Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to Tootie Talk Sense, y'all. This is my third time going live tonight. I completely forgot to read the article about the Real Housewife of Atlanta reboot. Now, rumor has it, y'all ain't heard it from me, but I heard the rumor has it that they are getting rid of they're doing a whole reboot of the Real Housewife of Atlanta because the season was so dry. Like I've seen a lot on the internet, commentators and things, the YouTubers, things of that nature, social media saying this is the worst season. But this is the first season I have watched, so I don't have anything else to compare it to. So I said it wasn't that bad to me, but apparently it was bad to everybody else because according to B. Scott, now this is coming from B. Scott website, and I'm finna read this article. I'm finna share it under the Copyright Act 1976, so it's fair use. I'm finna read this article to y'all. Now, see, this is from lovebscott.com. Yeah, I see it. Make sure they're sharing. Let me make sure that y'all is able to read it. Y'all done put both the babies in the tub. Then got them on their pajamas. It's bedtime for them. Okay. Okay, let me go ahead and read this article. So it says exclusive Real Housewife of Atlanta reboot in the works. Production is demanding fresh new peaches after disastrous. You see me messing up that word? Blame it on the Tito's. Disastrous season. Out with the old and in with the new. The Real Housewife of Atlanta is all but officially getting a complete makeover. Sources exclusively tell lovebscott.com that production made the call to recast the entire show at some point during the taping of the season 15 reunion. Not doing the reunion, you would think it was doing the show. Doing the reunions usually was popping, but they said doing the reunion, they was like, this ain't it, girl. So a source close to production tell us that Bravo is beyond thrilled with the reception of the recently rebooted Real Housewife of New York. So they're fully on board with production decision to recast Real Housewife of Atlanta. The network is also very pleased with the upcoming season of The Real Housewife of Potomac and Married to Medicine. Casting for fresh new peaches is already underway. We're told production have been quietly reaching out to managers and agents looking for new girls. There's no interest in bringing back any old faces either. Not Portia or Kim. Oh, okay. I thought they was gonna reach back because Nene did her interview and in the first episode of season 6, I think it was the one of the episodes, they had she had dinner with Kim and some of the other girls from past seasons. So I thought maybe they was gonna bring back, Kim. She going through her divorce. She had her storyline, and so I thought they was gonna. And Portia with her new husband, somebody old husband, her new husband's like when you buy a used car, it's not new to you. It's new to you. But I thought they was gonna bring them back, but nope, they said no old faces, including Portia and Kim. While production is looking for all new peaches, it is possible that one or two peaches stick around as friends, similar to the revamped Housewife of Miami. It all depends on how casting go. It's possible that Real Housewife of Atlanta could go on a brief hiatus to that just moved on a brief hiatus to give them extra time to get casting just right. So they saying they can bring. I think if they bring back someone, just because the way production was spent a lot of time on Marlo and Sheree this season, like trying to make them the stars of the show. I think if they bring back somebody, it's probably those two. As previously reported, Real Housewives of Atlanta have been notoriously difficult to cast, which is the only reason why a few current housewives have gotten peaches in the first place. If that ain't shady, they said it's been hard to cast, and that's the only reason why some of them even got a peach in the first place. I said, Lord have mercy. Both Bravo and production are concerned with fan feedback that this have been the worst. Why is look at God. This has been the worst season of the show in a long time, if not ever. Production source tells us that several of the later episodes were re-edited to try and make an entertaining show, not to show favoritism towards any one cast member. Because it's been saying the re-edits show more Marlo and Marlo little snapbacks and her little comments, and it was more favorable to Marlo. Kenya Moore has been very vocal about production allegedly cutting her storyline and editing her salon out the final episode, but our sources say that the reason Kenya event wasn't shown is because it was dry and nothing happened, even with nearly the entire cast in attendance. So I'm like, so what y'all want drama every time? Y'all want people to argue and get into it, or like, because the same could be said with what you call it event, Marlo event. Like nobody got into it or anything. They was just showing what was going on. So why wasn't shown what's going on with Kenya event? But Kenya had made a post and she said, "This is from Kenya, completely false. I wanted this scene because it's marketing and it shows, and the show follows my life. My salon spot. This is just moving. This B Scott website is crazy. My because it's marketing and the show follows my life. My salon spa opening has a beginning, middle, and end. The end opening and completion was intentionally deleted while others was focused on that fell out of the sky. And somebody responded, if this is actually her spa, there's a conscious business decision she made to not have it featured on the show. Really? On the show. The way their contracts are structured. Any of their business that receive a lot of screen time, Bravo will get a percentage of the pie. So that's what she responded to. I guess that's what she was responding to. She was saying it was left out. Somebody said it was left out because she didn't want Bravo to get a percentage of it, and she was like, "No, that's not right." She wanted it on there because of the marketing, and the spot had a beginning, middle, and end, and they just didn't do it. And she said it hurts, and it's simple, and simply being transparent. And let's see. It's just more. Trying to see if there's more to the article. As we previously reported, Kenya, Real Housewife of Atlanta salary is quite hefty, and Candy Burris is the highest paid housewife across all franchises. The network could get an entirely new Real Housewife of Atlanta cast for less than what they pay either Kenya or Candy. Now, I want to say Sherelle's World is a YouTuber. She was saying that from the beginning that she feel like they're gonna let go of Candy because of how much they have to pay her. It's just a business choice that, if they paying Candy this big amount, it's like Jordan. If you let and not saying Candy is the GOAT, y'all. I'm just using for references to salary caps. So if the organization only has maybe $1 million or whatever for their budget to pay people for being on the show, and if Candy is getting 500,000, they like, nah, we can get rid of her. We can get these new girls who's coming on who won't to, they won't, a lot of people just a lot, especially the younger ones, want it. They'll come on, pay less so they can get more social media following. And if you had, and a lot of them are busy savvy that they like, okay, well, I don't necessarily, because if Bravo is taking money for promoting on a show, you don't necessarily have to promote on the show. Long as you're on Bravo, you get the social media followers, you can promote on your social media, and that way it cuts Bravo off from even getting your percentage. But what they're saying is how much they pay Candy in Kenya, they can get a whole cast for the amount they pay those two. So this sounds like Candy and Kenya is not coming back. To put it in perspective, both ladies are making around $100,000 per episode. The entire cast of Real Housewife of New York Reboot are making around that for their whole season. So they're saying that Candy and Kenya get 100,000 per episode. Whether when they just rebooted Real Housewife of New York and it's doing really well, those people are getting that per season, not per episode. So Real Housewife of Atlanta was just that last one was just 16 episodes. So these people are getting for 16 episodes $100,000 for all 16. Where Candy then what is that 1.6 million that they would have to pay them. So yeah, they like, and my math is probably all messed up, but they getting way more. With the that's just one reason as to why production and the network are down for rebooting the show. With rumbling of a new Real Housewife of Atlanta making the rounds, we wouldn't be surprised to see more of the ladies and out their grievances on their way out the door. So they saying everything that they finna be talking about on the social media, and they finna be dogging the company because man, they still got that lawsuit going on where some of the old cast and some of the current cast are suing them for discrimination and things and different things that they're suing them for. So they like all the stuff y'all finna hear on social media and they finna post about and everything. They just mad because we fired them. That's what that translates to. As always, we here at Love B. Scott will keep you posted on the latest and not so greatest tea coming out of Atlanta. The barely two-part Real Housewife of Atlanta begins airing this Sunday. Will you be watching? So I guess it's a two-part reunion. They said barely two-part. So I'm assuming they're talking about the reunion, y'all. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get back on here because I had put in my previous video about the reboot of the Real Housewife of Atlanta, but I got to talking about episode 15 and 16 and completely forgot to update y'all about this reboot. So they saying they getting rid of everybody, baby. Everybody gotta go. It's like you fire, you fire, you fire. They Oprah everybody. Instead of giving away gifts, they giving away pink slips. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. And what's the what's that? What's the other one movie with David Chappelle? And he's like, F you cool, and F you. So they keeping about two people. They said one, maybe two people they gonna keep, and they doesn't sound like they keeping them with their peaches. This like they said in the Real House with the reboot of the Real Housewife of New York, they kept two people, but they kept them as friends of the show. So they didn't have to it sounds like it's really about money. So because from when Candy do her YouTube and she talk about the money that they receive when you get a peach, you receive more money than if you're a friend of the show. So they said in the article that they may keep one or two people and they will come in as friends of the show. They will probably come in as friends of the show like they did for the reboot of Real Housewife of New York, y'all. So with them mentioning how much Candy make and how much Kenya make, and that they can get a whole cast with just what they pay two people, I'm assuming those two are not coming back. If I'm not mistaken, I heard Candy say something about a show that she's going to start doing anyway. I think she may have a spinoff show on Bravo because if I'm not mistaken, Candy is one of the ones who's not going in on that lawsuit. She's like, not me, girl. And she's just siding with Bravo. So I'm assuming she got some shows in the work for her not to join that lawsuit. How y'all feel about Candy not joining the lawsuit? Y'all looking at a side eye? Or you like, girl, forget it. Go ahead and get your money. I don't know because I probably was going to have to rap with my people, my people. I may have to have rap with them because she got enough money, okay? She got 100, she got 50, 11 businesses. But that's a whole nother subject. What did y'all feel about this season? Ooh, I keep forgetting. Yeah. They said, I don't know if Candy ain't going nowhere. It seemed like Candy gonna be gone from the show, but not from Bravo. That's what I'm figuring. For them to say her and Kenya, for what they pay both of them, they can get a whole line of people. Okay, they like, in companies when y'all at a job anyway, when they begin to lay off, they lay off the people who's closer to retirement, the older people, because they get paid so much more than the younger people, and they can get the young people out of high school and pay them this money that they think is a lot of money, but it ain't nothing to the older people who've been there 20, 30 years. So they like, nah, we could get some young girls up in here because they, they over there, my booty brown, my they don't mind about putting their business out there. Sukiana, she eating. They don't mind putting their business out there. It probably ain't gonna nothing be off limit. I don't know if it's gonna be housewife. They may have to change the title to the real something else of Atlanta. But it should be interesting. I guess we'll be seeing coming up, y'all. Let me go ahead and get my butt to bed because I got to go to work tomorrow. All right. I'll see y'all the next time whenever I want to get on here and talk some more. Y'all have a good night. Don't forget, like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see y'all next